Welcome to Stay With It. I am one of your hosts, Talib.
I'm Curtis.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Want to thank you guys for showing back up with us, Stay Winning. You can find us on staywinning.tv. All of our social media platforms are on there. Please go there, hit the like button, subscribe, follow us on all of our platforms. We really appreciate the support. Yo, what we got going on today, y'all?
It's football season. What do you
It
think?
is. I'm talking about big time action.
Week 1, big quarterback matchup tonight, happening in a couple of hours, in less than an hour.
Yes.
Kickoff between KC
Yep.
and that purple team.
Yeah, Baltimore. I don't know why he playing. Why he playing, man? He playing, yo.
Yeah.
All right, look. It's very clear. It's just like the playoff game.
Yeah, it's the clash of the Titans.
Class of the Titans. And they got a Titan on that purple team, as you said. Old Titan on the purple team.
Oh yeah, they got the old.
They got
Titan.
the Titan. Yeah. Yeah, buddy.
They ain't never be on that.
So look, man, we know the way the NFL is structured today.
Yeah.
That it is strictly a quarterback-driven league.
Mm-hmm. Right. I mean, I hate to admit it, yet, and
unfortunately,
it's about the passing game right now.
It is.
But it's funny. The first player we really talked about was the running back.
Fact.
For the Ravens.
No, that's true, right?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the way the game is being played, high scoring, action packed, for the fans, they want to see the ball thrown. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? They want to see high scoring and
get the ball down the field. That's what they want to see.
Right? In my opinion, it's not a debate as far as who the better quarterback is between the two quarterbacks playing tonight.
I'm surprised because you have been.
I'm a Lamar Jackson fan.
You were the champion.
I'm a Lamar Jackson
president.
Fan. I rock with Lamar.
You're the president of his fan club.
I pay. I am.
And your boy, like a president of other club. So that's pretty cool.
So I'm saying, cool. I don't think it's a debate that Patrick Mahomes is the better quarterback of the two.
Yeah, I think that's straightforward.
Just strictly quarterbacking, just being the quarterback of a team, Patrick Mahomes is better.
Okay.
But he's also got better accolades overall.
I mean, because he's better.
He's just better.
All right.
So we're not debating who's better between the two of them. But what I would like to talk about is all of the quarterbacks in the NFL currently right now. How do you see them matching up to Patrick Mahomes, and who can challenge him from the quarterback position to dethrone him this season? Not overall.
This season?
Just this season. Who's that quarterback that's going to outshine him this season?
Oh.
You see what I'm saying? Because he's going to get the attention.
Yeah. Who's going to ball out this season?
Who's going to ball out this season as a quarterback position? Okay, Lamar won the MVP, but Patrick Mahomes outshined him because he beat him in the playoffs and he won the Super Bowl. So it's like, still that guy. Who's going to be the quarterback that's going to dethrone him this particular season?
I don't think he's going to be dethroned, but I do think that, by the end of the season, just like last season, at the end of the season, Lamar Jackson won the MVP.
Right.
So you're like, all right, Lamar had a better season than Patrick Mahomes, which he did.
Right.
But then Patrick Mahomes did his thing.
Yeah.
So who can do that this year? And it may not be the MVP of the league, but somebody that I think will put up better numbers.
Yeah.
I'm still in awe of CJ Stroud's rookie season.
Yeah.
And I think that he takes a leap forward. Oftentimes I think rookies that have that type of success got lucky and will likely regress because they're not going to put in the work.
Right.
Teams are going to learn their tendencies and make adjustments. Right. And the rookies aren't going to be able to do it as fast. But somehow CJ Stroud has made me a believer. I don't think it was a fluke.
So I'm going to say yes, right? But I think the Houston Texans did a great job with giving him additional pieces to keep NFL defensive coordinators keying on what he does or doesn't do well.
Yeah.
Right? When you add a Stephon Diggs and then a Joe Mixon in the backfield, along with what he already had in the receiver Dell, and then the other pieces that they had, it's harder now to neutralize or to expose his weaknesses when he's got all of these other weapons that he now can get the ball out of his hand faster. So I don't think he have a sophomore slump either.
Right, I agree. And keep in mind, when the playoffs started last year, Dell went down.
That is true too.
CJ Stroud still put together an impressive game.
Yeah.
Without his number one.
That is very true. And he's now got 2 number ones. He's got 2 number ones. Right. He's got 2 number ones. Right. And he's got a very, very good running back there that's gonna make their job a lot easier.
Which running back they pick up this offseason?
Joe Mixon. They got Joe Mixon. Yeah.
Is Mixon the only one they got? Because they were also flirting with Saquon for a little bit.
They were. Joe Mixon is the only one that I know of for sure that they got.
He's still a running back. So.
Correct. Yeah. Right? So it's like, if you're going to have to pick your poison in some cases, right? Where if you load the box up to slow Joe Mixon down, then you're leaving them guys behind him.
Yeah.
And that could be a nightmare.
Especially with Diggs.
Crossing routes kill you. You play man-to-man and you run crossing routes, you cooked. You know what I'm saying? So you got to pick your poison. I think that's what's going to help CJ not fall into that second year slump. Yeah, that a lot of these.
He just seemed to have like real great command of the game. He seemed to always be prepared. So that's why I'm a big believer in him. He's just one.
So I'm going to tell you the quarterback, in my opinion, that is going to, in my opinion, take a major leap forward this season.
It better not be Lamar Jackson.
Jordan Love.
Yeah.
Oh. I think Jordan Love is getting...
I'm supposed to be debating you.
No. I think Jordan Love is getting ready to put a nice stamp on his career as he begins to go forward in the upward trajectory in his career as a quarterback in this league, okay? He had to wait behind Aaron Rodgers. Then he struggled his first 2 years without Aaron Rodgers, getting a new coach, a new system. And then last year is like the light bulb went off. You know what I'm saying? And he started making plays.
And he got to have a running back level too. I mean, he had Aaron Jones last year,
right,
who's a do everything, take him back.
Right.
And you want a back that's a passing threat. I kind of feel like Green Bay made a mistake. But let Aaron Jones go to Minnesota, and they picked up Jacobs, right?
Yeah.
Josh. Yeah, Josh Jacobs, who was a brawler.
He's a power man.
Yeah, I mean, he is a bruiser. He's a bruiser. He can run through people, but can he catch the ball and be effective like Aaron Jones could?
I don't find out.
Man, I'm sure he can catch the ball, but he's not known for making those like swing passes, 70 yards
runs. Yeah,
right. Yeah. Aaron Jones still maybe 5 touchdowns, mostly off of passes.
I agree. I mean, I think Jordan Love is going to be a great competitor.
Who's he passing to?
Well, you still got Christian Watson. You still got there's another receiver that has got over there that I can't think. They're young receivers, but they made a pretty good name. No, besides Christian Watson,
you about to say they made a pretty big name?
They did. They made a name for themselves that I can't remember. But hey, they dominated the Cowboys in the playoffs.
You know they pro
the Green Bay Packers. you know. Okay. All right. The Green Bay Packers dominated the Cowboys in the playoffs.
All right. Yeah. So here's who I think will have a better season than Jordan Love by the end of the season.
I'm listening.
I think at the beginning of the season, no. But by the end of the season, we're gonna be like, wow.
Yeah.
Caleb Williams.
No. Right.
Okay.
Not because I don't think he can play. I'm not gonna give him no credit till I see it on the NFL level. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna tell you the play.
I'm thinking even high stakes because it's not my team. Caleb Williams have a better season than Jordan Love because he has better weapons. Period.
I would say I agree. He does have better weapons.
You can name this wide receiver.
You sure can. Let me tell you a play that most people aren't talking about that, in my opinion, can beat Kansas City if they all healthy.
Most people wait in your barbershop?
Nah, because I will go to the barber. Right, but I don't think you go to the barber either.
No.
All right.
You ever play like that?
Yeah, you know.
All right, so where are these people that you talk about? You close people?
Sports guys that I talk to.
Oh, okay.
Good. Yeah. No, I'll talk to them about it. Yeah, sure, you already know.
Who you got?
Joe Burrow.
You think he love you? What is
I think that's the team that can upset the Kansas City Chiefs and dethrone Patrick Mahomes this year. There's a quarterback.
So, as my current knowledge, Jamar Chase still has not showed up for the team because he's still waiting
get paid
his bag.
I wanna get paid.
And you see CeeDee Lamb get paid, you go, okay,
I'm better than him
somewhere. Well, he's not.
But he can say that though.
He's somewhere in the range of a CeeDee Lamb. But when you see Brandon Ayuk get paid, and you
the guy. No, you the guy.
Right.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Pay me.
So listen, I'm not saying that Jamar Chase doesn't make Joe Burrow that guy. I just think Joe Burrow is that guy.
Joe Burrow is great.
You know what I'm saying?
He needs a Jamar Chase.
I'm gonna say when we talking about, yes, we talking about the weapons of the quarterbacks and what makes them important to that quarterback. If we saying all is equal, the playing field is equal, everybody has who they supposed to have. That's a team that doesn't come in to Kansas City's home field, Arrowhead Stadium, or play them in Cincinnati and is not intimidated at all. I truly believe that the Kansas City Chiefs have the Baltimore Ravens number. They're mentally in their head. It's like when Tom Brady was in New England, Kansas City couldn't beat New England. In the playoffs, he just could not get over that hump against Tom Brady, right? They don't have their number. Patrick Mahomes couldn't beat Tom Brady when Tom Brady was in New England. They just said New England had their number. I think it's similar when it comes to the Kansas City Chiefs with the Baltimore Ravens. They just got the number. Same thing with the Niners and the Cowboys. The Niners just got the Cowboys numbers. But when Cincinnati is lined up across Kansas City, whatever, our guy is just as good as your guy. And
we go live.
No,
but they believe it. They believe it though. They can believe it, but don't make it true.
I think Joe Burrow is one of those quarterbacks that is going to push Patrick Mahomes to be as great as we know him to be, and could beat him in a big playoff game, whether in Arrowhead or in Cincinnati. Joe Burrow is that quarterback that could go yard for yard, touchdown for touchdown with Patrick Mahomes.
I like Joe Burrow a lot, and I think that he has the capability of doing everything that you're saying. I don't believe that he's going to do it this season.
Okay.
But I do think that we're looking at a special group of quarterbacks that include Joe Burrow. He's a top 3 quarterback in the NFL.
I agree.
But you got to see, can he show up? Like,
yeah.
He's been injured.
Stay healthy. Yeah.
And that's a big issue.
Yeah.
There's a quarterback that has had battles with Patrick Mahomes. Unfortunately, hasn't been able to get over the hump.
Yeah.
But has all of the skill in the world. Yeah. It was a Chris Jones hand away from knocking the Chiefs out of the playoffs last year, and that's Josh Allen.
Yeah, I'm not putting.
He's that guy.
I'm not giving Josh Allen no more grace until he actually wins and get the Buffalo Bills the way they say they should be.
Well, I'll say this, he gets his team to the postseason.
Mm-hmm.
He shows up in the postseason and performs well.
He does.
Unlike Lamar Jackson.
Very true.
Who plays extremely well in the regular season.
And then struggles during the postseason.
And then don't know what the heck happened in the postseason. I will say this, though. It's always going to be on Lamar's shoulders to step up. Because I don't think you see another mistake from Zay Flowers like the one we saw last year.
I agree.
That's what happened. That kid is going to learn from that. And he might end up being the top 3 wide receiver in the
NFL this year.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is this. If the Baltimore Ravens play their game even in the playoffs and don't get caught up in any hype on who's on the opposite sideline. Like if you're looking at Josh Allen on the other sideline, or Joe Burrow on the other sideline, or Patrick Mahomes on the other sideline, don't try to go, we need to have Lamar go yard for yard with these other quarterbacks.
Right.
Stick to the Baltimore Ravens game and let them beat you at your game.
Yeah.
And if they got Derrick Henry for a reason, it's almost like reminding you we are a power run physical football team.
Yeah.
We're not trying to air the football out to try to keep up with Patrick Mahomes, you know what I'm saying, or Josh Allen or whoever is on the other sideline that can throw the football. I think that gives Baltimore Ravens the best opportunity to win in the playoffs if they stick to what they do best.
Yeah. I can't sit here and just like make statements like this without holding myself to the same account that I was holding you to.
Right.
I don't know who Josh Allen throw the ball to. So that's the
It's a big fear. It's a big factor.
But I do think he's a great quarterback.
No, I think he's a great quarterback.
We'll see who he has to throw the ball to. But
we're going to see how great he is now, right?
I'm going to trust the Bills and that they decided to get rid of Diggs. All right.
So look, we got one dinosaur.
Yeah,
in the NFL.
We
got one dinosaur. We got one that's becoming a dinosaur, in my opinion.
Jalen Hurts is only like 26 years old.
The hate that you give.
It's a great book.
It is. Yes, it is. The one dinosaur is Aaron Rodgers.
Right.
And to me, the person that's becoming a dinosaur is Russell Wilson.
Yeah, I think he's already past this point.
Right? One is in Pittsburgh
Yeah.
with the young lion behind him. And we're going to find out if he's going to be able to hold off that young lion.
Yeah.
And then we got, of course, Aaron Rodgers, in my opinion, which will be his last season.
You think this is his last? Well,
This is his last.
Is this not the last year of his contract?
This is the last year of his contract. Yeah. Now, he hasn't stated that he's going to retire at the end of the year. But if Aaron Rodgers can stay healthy and the quality pieces that they have on that team can stay healthy, they will be a formidable team in the AFC. Where they land, I don't know, right? But they're going to be competitive if he's healthy. That's just my opinion.
My prediction is teams shut down Garrett Wilson.
And force him to do something else.
Right, and he has enough old Packers on that team, and he's going to put it out.
Yeah.
But they're old.
Yeah.
And so that's only going to last a few games.
Yeah.
And it was just a lot.
Yeah.
They might win.
Like, in my opinion, in the AFC, quarterbacks that you named are, in my opinion, will push Patrick Mahomes to be as great as he's capable of being, along with Andy Reid to be as creative as he's always been. Yeah, CJ Stroud, in my opinion, Joe Burrow. Lamar Jackson is in that category of great quarterbacks in the AFC. I just think that if you try to make him into being a throwing quarterback, you take away from what makes him great, which is the dual threat.
He said he can't get caught up in who's on the other sideline, but when you look over there and looking at Patrick Mahomes, it's like looking at Prince. You don't look at him in the face, man. Hair flopping. Kermit the Frog voice, man. You're like, man, I can never be as good as that guy.
Let me ask you a question. This is a good question to ask. This quarterback, right? He's had success. I believe he fizzled out last year at the Super Bowl. How do you think Brock Purdy's going to do this year?
I think I think his team is built to be consistent.
Yeah.
It's not just all based around one player, although some players are more important than others. It's not based around one player. Brock Purdy is like 1B as in terms of importance on the team. I would think Christian McCaffrey is number 1.
Yeah,
he's 1A.
Yeah.
Brock Purdy is 1B. And the reason I put him above Debo is because he got to get the ball to Debo and he got to get the ball to C-Mac and most of his scrimmage yards too, because he gets them off of screen passes. So Brock Purdy is an important player in that team, man. I think that he's gonna continue to be consistent. And the funny thing, my prediction about Brock Purdy overall in his career is that he is the new Eli Manning personality. In other words, he is so beta that he doesn't step in with command the way that like Peyton would or Tom Brady would or Aaron Rodgers would. You don't look at him as that alpha, but he's a winner.
Yeah.
And once he started getting over that hump in the Super Bowl and they start producing Super Bowls, it's going to be a different story about Brock Purdy. His story is still being written.
I agree.
That first year, him being this irrelevant, all of that stuff doesn't matter until he wins the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
He got his team there twice. They just didn't win.
We got one more dinosaur. I forgot about him. He's in the same category as Aaron Rodgers and Russell Wilson. And that's Matt Stafford. Matthew Stafford. He's a little bit more old. He's older than Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
Listen, he's healthy.
Yeah.
They're going to struggle because they lost Aaron Donald. And that changes everything on the defensive end. Okay?
Yeah.
But if he's healthy, he's going to put up numbers too.
Man, he got ballers with him.
He got a bunch of ballers with him.
He got Cooper.
Yes.
Puka.
He got a nice nucleus of receivers and a good tight end behind him to really do some offensive numbers.
Yeah. Who's their running back? Is it Eckler again?
Austin Eckler?
Eckler, sorry.
It might be. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's going to be interesting to see if his health holds up, how they compete in the NFC West against the Niners.
He's not going to push Patrick Mahomes.
No. No. Not at all.
He's not
no,
defensive.
No.
I think C.J. Stroud has a good chance of pushing him
Yeah, and I think Joe Burrow is the other quarterback.
if he gets Jamar back.
Yeah, I think those two are going to be the ones that really push the envelope.
And I have a lot of faith in Caleb, but I'm not going to put that type of I'm not going to put those type of expectations on a rookie, because he's still got to figure out how fast these quarterbacks really are, how tricky these defensive schemes really are, and he's still got to put all of that together. He hasn't faced all of these teams yet, so I don't want to expect that much from him. But I think from what I've seen so far on television, on the drama series, Hard Knocks, I just feel like his success in college is going to translate to the NFL.
That's a good take, man. I'm interested to see if he's going to succeed. I'm interested to see if the young man that was drafted to the Falcons, Penix, is going to
LSU.
Yeah, I know he may have to sit that first year behind Kirk Cousins, but I think they anticipate him taking the throne from Kirk Cousins eventually because they drafted him so high. But so I'm interested to see.
It was actually a smart move for them to do that, because what it in my opinion, what it does is it buys the Falcons 3 years.
Yeah.
Right. Maybe 4 because of
Of his contract. Yeah.
But Kirk has had injuries.
He's been banged up.
So he might be out. He might be out, and Penix might get a chance. He might get a shot.
Yeah.
But what's crazy is they put themselves in a situation where it's likely that you bring in a backup quarterback that exceeds the production of your first quarterback.
So listen,
it's not because your first quarterback is bad.
No.
It's just because your second quarterback is that good.
So check this out, right? This could play out very similar to a story that happened, 7 years ago? Tony Romo goes down, rookie Dak Prescott steps in with the young rookie Ezekiel Elliott.
Yeah.
The Cowboys take off, right? You got that great running back in Bijan.
Yep.
Kirk, not wishing that he goes down, but if he does go down, Penix steps in, and you never know. He may take off, and Kirk may never get it back. You know what I mean? Like the same way that Tony never got it back. So it's very possible to have that as a realization for the Atlanta Falcons, who I picked to win the NFC South.
Yeah.
So
it's kind of an easy pick. But again, they got 4 years, because if Penix doesn't get in the game enough in the next 4 years to show what he really has and to become Atlanta's number one quarterback, he's going to end up on another ticket.
I agree. No, I agree. It's not like Kirk Cousins is old and he can't play. If he plays well, the Falcons are going to have a very difficult decision, especially if he got them winning and making playoff appearances.
Yeah, and they got Kirk Cousins on a really nice contract for them.
Correct.
Right now.
Correct.
Next year, that contract might not be as dope
as Frank.
And Kirk Cousins may not have the leverage if Penix can ball.
That is true too.
Kirk Cousins might be like, "Ooh, I'm just going to stay with this contract because Kirk might start stirring things up."
Very true.
I'm very trainable all of a sudden.
Very true. I am excited that the NFL season is starting tonight. To me, there are some clear-cut, obvious things that are, that these teams are going to be good, and you hope that these other teams are going to be good. But there's some very intriguing stories, as always, this season. To me, one of the stories that is going to make title and headlines is Deshaun Watson done?
I think the NFL would like him to be.
I agree, but if Deshaun Watson has a resurgent in his career, he was box office at one time.
Sort of.
I mean,
so I think who ended the was it Baltimore?
Mm-hmm.
That came back from down. They were down like 30-10 or something.
Lamar Jackson.
And they came back and knocked them out in playoffs.
Yeah.
Well, I think that
he's one of those players that we think or we know had the talent to be a great quarterback. and we don't know if he's going to ever get it back.
He showed glimpses, but here's the thing: you seen one season of C.J. Stroud.
Right.
How do you compare C.J. Stroud and Deshaun Watson?
So right now,
and the reason I asked this is because
question.
both in Houston Texans. Yeah.
So I am going to say this. I think Deshaun Watson, I think CJ had a better working year than Deshaun freaking year.
Yeah, I think so too.
So if the trajectory stays the same for CJ, he's going to be considered the greatest Houston Texans quarterback of all time.
So
I know, right? Because you still got Warren Moon.
and Steve McNair.
Yeah, but
Warren Moon.
No. Steve McNair is more of a Tennessee.
You're right.
Tennessee.
Warren Moon. Houston Oilers.
Houston
I was
Oilers.
thinking,
Yeah, I know you're talking about Steve McNair.
I'm
Yeah.
looking at the colors.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, it's but no. Warren Moon is still the guy in Houston when it comes to if you putting quarterbacks in rank, you better put him at the top of the list.
Yeah.
But man, if CJ can continue to go on the run that he started off great.
Yeah.
If he can keep it, he gonna be pushing that narrative, man.
Hey man, shout out to Warren Moon.
Hey.
He still can kind of lift his arm up a little bit. Get a Giants a call because they need. You know what? Forget it. Just keep enjoying this retirement. Warren Moon.
Hey, listen. Michael Vick out there. RG3 is out there. Tom Brady's still itching. He making commercials. He lays potato chips.
He get paid too much money just to talk about other people, just to judge others. He's good.
Guys, let us know, man, what y'all think about these quarterbacks this season. Patrick Mahomes, to me, is the clear-cut, definitive one. But who is the quarterback in the NFL, specifically this season, that can make Patrick Mahomes come down to earth and keep him from being the first quarterback in the Super Bowl era to have a three-peat? Hey, bro, that'd be crazy, right?
Look, Andy Reid turned Donovan McNabb into a stud.
Yeah.
And then he got a quarterback with talent.
He did.
Stay winning.
I stay winning. I'm winning, I stay winning. I did it, I stay winning. I'm winning, never losing. I'm winning, or caught slipping. I did it, I stay winning. I'm winning,